Hello, everybody, and welcome to the press conference here in Atlanta as we get set for a big night of action tomorrow night with Jake Paul and Ben Askren on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. But we look ahead towards our next event on June 5th featuring Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. But before we get to that, want to let you know that the highlight with Jake Paul and also Nate Robinson has generated over $1 million in sales, and it only continues to rise. But let's put our attention on June 5th, the next time Triller Fight Club will be on pay-per-view. We start off in the heavyweight division. This man with a record of 35 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw, including 29 wins coming by way of knockout. A 1992 Olympian for Ireland. He has fought the likes of Axel Schultz, Tomas Admak, Andrew Galata, but he is most famous for being the only man and the last man to retire Iron Mike Tyson in 2005. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin McBride. How are you, Kevin? Great to see you here in Atlanta.
Very good, thank you.
All right, now let's meet the man that will be standing across the ring from you. A 1984 Olympic bronze medalist. When you talk about legacies, this man fought anybody and everybody. Former undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Former two-time undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. The only man to win the heavyweight championship of the world on 4 separate occasions. Representing Atlanta, Georgia. Talk about fighting legends over the course of his 27-year career. He stepped inside the ring against the likes of George Foreman, Larry Holmes, James Toney, Iron Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, and a host of others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Atlanta, Georgia, Evander Real Deal Holyfield. Evander, great to see you.
Thank you.
It's great to be here in your hometown. Now, I'm going to start off with Kevin McBride first as you guys get set to collide on June 5th live on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. Kevin, for you, when you look back on your career, obviously the fight that stands out is your victory over Iron Mike Tyson. How fondly do you look back on that victory as you head towards your June 5th matchup against a man who defeated Mike Tyson in Evander Holyfield?
Yes, I look back and, it was brilliant to fight a legend like Mike Tyson and retire Mike Tyson. Now to get a chance to fight another legend that actually beat Mike Tyson, it's going to be a great fight, I'm coming to fight and I'm going to put on a good show for everybody.
Now, Evander, for you, the last time we saw you in the ring was almost 10 years ago. What was the motivation to come back for you? Was it when you were watching Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. on Triller Fight Club back in November? Or was that when you were watching as to say, you know what, I can still do this?
Mainly, I was already in shape. I never got out of shape. And I was just working out, and they started talking about it. And I said, well, yeah, I do one. And so here I am.
In terms of here you are, you're going to be, fighting Kevin McBride, the man who retired Mike Tyson. But there was discussion online, the rumor mill on social media about a potential fight with you and Mike Tyson. Now, obviously, that fight is not happening. Thus, insert Kevin McBride. But can you tell us from your perspective, what happened there?
Well, what happened is, the fact is that, Mike and I were going to fight. But somehow it went the other way. So I don't know if it was Mike's fault or not. So I just got another dance partner. So I just asked the guy that beat Mike, and he obliged to come and do it, and I look forward to fighting him.
Assuming you're successful June 5th against Kevin McBride, is a fight with Tyson in your future? A third fight?
It's possible. I don't know, but it's possible if he want to. my whole thing is not to chase anybody, but you know, I'm telling you, know, my whole thing is I like boxing, and boxing is one of the things where that, you know, I get to help the people who that's all they know how to do is box. So the whole big thing is to inspire these kids to say, if you take care of yourself, you know, you can help other people who you know, boxing is not for everybody, but boxing is a great sport. And it's for people who came up a little different than the people who had a little bit more.
Well, Triller is happy to have you, Evander. We look forward to June 5th. Now we will turn it over. We know we have media from all over the world on Zoom. Jerry Milani, take it away with questions from the media via Zoom.
Our first question is from USA Today, Michael Bowen.
Hey, Kevin, I'm just curious. We talked a little bit about the past there at the beginning, but I'm curious about the future. What was your incentive to come back and do this? And was this kind of on your radar? Were you itching to fight?
Yes, you know, I do tree work, and I'm strong, you know, I pick things up and put things down, but when I got the opportunity to fight Evander Holyfield, you know, I love boxing so much, but this is you know, a great chance to show that I can do well against Evander, and then hopefully Mike Tyson will want to come off the stool and have a rematch and fight me, and let's get the job done, you know, finish the job.
What do you just make of the matchup with Evander here? I mean, he obviously hasn't fought in so long. What do you expect out of him?
No, Evander Holyfield is a legend. Everybody knows Evander. He's very, he looks very fit. He's in good shape, and you know, he's come to fight. I come to fight. It's going to be exciting. We're going to show everybody a good show, and you know, the best man win and get the fight with Tyson or whoever next. You know, and I'm delighted for Triller to make this happen.
And then one for you, Evander. There was a lot of talk here about maybe fighting Mike Tyson, but Kevin is a very different, you know, type of fighter, both physically, style-wise. What are the challenges in trying to fight him?
Well, he's a tall guy. And my whole thing, I just got to use my speed. I got to use my speed, and hopefully, you know, get him to move in the wrong direction and he run into something. You know, I mean, you know, it's a fight, and I look forward to it.
Our next question is from MMA Island, Donna Corby.
Hello there. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Kevin, this one for you. You talked a little bit about Mike Tyson. Is that the ultimate goal? Do you plan on sticking around in boxing now? And could you tell us a little bit about how Triller Fight Club contacted you and got you back in the ring?
It's true. Ken Casey, Dropkick Murphys, he called me up and he said, "Are you in shape?" And I says, "I'm in good shape for the shape I'm in." And he says that there's a possibility you fight Evander Holyfield. I says, "Let's get it on, you know, because Evander Holyfield's a legend, you know, and must be a better legend than Mike Tyson because he beat Mike Tyson twice. I beat him once. So this is going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to show the crowd a good performance, and people are going to, you know, judge it after the fight. But I come to fight, and hopefully the talk will change over to Mike Tyson to say, "I'm going to get up with a stool and fight Kevin McBride, and you know, like finish the fight, and the best man win." And I respect Evander Holyfield, tough. He beat a lot of champions. He is a champion, and it's just nice to be fighting him on June 5th. And thanks to Triller.
Evander, are you back now? Are you looking to relaunch your boxing career, or what's the plan going forward?
No, I'm not trying to start a career. I thought it would be good to Mike and I do it, and it didn't go that way. So I chose the guy that beat Mike, and so here I am. And so, you know, I'm not planning a lunch in a career. I'm telling you, you know, after this fight, you know, and after this one, then I'll think about another one. But I'm not trying to do the thing a long time. I'm just trying to show the young people that if you take care of your body, you can do it a little longer than others.
Next up is from AB Boxing News, Gustavo Neri.
Hi, good afternoon to everybody. Good morning. My question for Kevin is, what would this, if all goes well against Evander Holyfield, will it be more significant for you to beat Holyfield over Mike Tyson, or what's your perspective if you beat Evander Holyfield come fight night?
You know, it's all on the night. You know, boxing's a beautiful sport. It's the science of boxing. Is you never know what happens. You know, one punch changes anybody's chapter in the book, and it changed mine when I beat Mike Tyson, and you know, and that's why I'm sitting up here talking to you guys. And it's a dream, you know, and a dream's going to come reality on June the 5th, and Triller are going to show it live, and Evander and me, we're going to put up a good fight, and we're going to look forward. And you know, the future is that you know, for all the people that are, you know, with this pandemic, you know, and now their interest in fights like this is great, because it just shows that, like Evander said, you know, it doesn't matter what age you are, if you love the sport and keep yourself in good shape, you can continue on, because the boxing is the love that I have to fight, you know, and I want to show Ireland proud again, so I'm looking forward to it.
And a question, last question for Evander. Evander, how do you feel to fight in your hometown in this later your career, champ?
Well, I'm not fighting here. I'm fighting in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Location
Oh,
will be
Miami.
determined and revealed later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, right now, you know, it would be great to have it in Atlanta, because you know, I did win my first title in Atlanta against the white Muhammad Qawi, and so yeah, fighting anywhere, I can fight anywhere. It really don't make a difference.
All right, our next question is coming in from Boxing Social.
My question is for Evander. Evander, you spoke in the lead up to Wilder versus Fury with my colleague Ben, and you said at that level caliber of fight, it's about who strikes fast and who strikes first and who gets there first. Are you still confident in your ability coming into this fight of being able to get there fast?
Well, I wouldn't be fighting if I didn't think I could win. I just wouldn't do it no more. I had a successful career, and but because I have been in the gym and I know what I can pretty much do. You know, I can't do as great as I did back then, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I think there's people see me, they're gonna be surprised.
Thank you, guys.
All right, next we have Mike Coppinger from The Athletic.
Hey, Evander. You know, obviously we have a lot of these fights right now with Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, and then we have like Marco Antonio Barrera coming back. What inspired you? Because we know that you've always stayed in shape.
Well, you know, it's the young people. You know, my whole thing is that, you know, in life, you know, what the game of boxing did for me, it changed my whole life, and it gave my kids an opportunity to have a different education, because I pretty much didn't want my kids to box. I said, you know, hey, look, I did that. I did that for you to choose something else that you can do a little bit better. I was, because this fighting is something else. And, you know, but I grew up in a rough situation, and being tough was part of life for me. So my mama said, you know, hey, you know, what you gonna bet on? And so I bet on boxing, and boxing have allowed me to own the 4-time heavyweight champion of the world, allowed me to be the person I am. And so I just, you know, when it comes down to different careers, there's a lot of people in boxing. And there's a lot of people who, you don't choose your parents, you don't choose these situations, but it's somebody, I just want to be one of the people who say, you look, hey, you choose it. It's a hard game, and, you know, don't quit. If you don't quit, you could be the very best.
Yeah, and you know, you were always known for your fighting heart, but also for your longevity. You fought at a really high level for a long time, and knowing you, it's not going to be just one fight here on June 5th. So what's your ultimate goal now?
Right now, it's him. The most, it's Kevin, and if Tyson fight again, fine. If he don't, fine. But I think that I'll be satisfied with this. My whole thing is now is just moving around the ring, being able to show the people I could do it. And, you know, my own thing, my health is very important to me. I have a family. But, you know, I have to take care of them, and I do things properly, and that's when I'm always in shape. You never see me out of shape because I take care of myself. And so I'm trying to tell the young people, you know, and one thing in life, take care of yourself.
All right, now final comments from Kevin McBride and Evander Real Deal Holyfield. Kevin, June 5th on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view against the former undisputed cruiserweight and heavyweight champion, the only man to win the heavyweight championship of the world on 4 separate occasions. How is it going to go down against Evander Holyfield June 5th?
It's going to go down because I'm coming to fight and loving the opportunity. And people watch out. It's going to be exciting. And we're going to put up a good fight. And, you know, I'm going to, I got lovely kids as well. And they're going to hopefully be there and watch the fight and see how it's done, you know.
Evander, you have provided fight fans around the world for many, many years, legendary nights as a prize fighter. On June 5th against Kevin McBride on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. How will your fight unfold?
Well, everybody know that I'm a winner. I've come to win. I'm bringing everything that I have. I realize at the age I am, 58 years old, and you know what? I just hope everybody get this opportunity to see that I can still do it at 58.
All right, Evander, Kevin, thank you very much. If you guys can put your microphones down, and we are going to do a customary stare down between the two as you guys get ready for your matchup on June 5th live on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. Stand over there, gentlemen. It is Evander Holyfield and Kevin McBride. That'll be our co-main event on June 5th on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. Do not miss it. Holyfield and McBride. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Greatly appreciate it. As both men showing a sign of respect. Thank you very much, guys. Greatly appreciated. Evander, Kevin, thank you very much.